In this video, I'm going to be showing you 10 hidden Tarkov mechanics that you should know. These are things that I've learned over the course of a year of playing EFT and, in my opinion, are vital for any player to be aware of. This footage was recorded live on twitch.tv/church1x1, and with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, 10 mechanics Tarkov doesn't tell you, and in no particular order. Number 1 is going to be leaning plus strafing moves your crosshair. If you notice, my crosshair is like swaying a little bit, whereas if I just come out and strafe, it still moves, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not as like irritating as what this is doing. Like it just, you see what I mean? It like swings to the left and swings to the right, whereas this is a lot, in my opinion, just a lot more controllable. Number 2, holding your breath and Tarkov makes your crosshair more stable, so I'll show you right here. By default, I think it's the Alt key. So it's like slightly swaying a bit, right? I hit Alt, boom. We're locked in, baby. But if I tap A or D, like that, it cancels my breath. I have to re-hold my breath again by hitting Alt. Now I can lean. In fact, I can smooth lean and it's still gonna be fine, but let me get in the middle of the hall here. I can lean left and right, and it's going to keep it locked, but as soon as I move, it's going to cancel my breath. And number 3, and this is a big one, in my opinion. Sprinting plus ADSing gives you like a bonus in ADS time. So here I got my SA58. It is 0 ergonomics, and it's omega slow. As you can see here, it takes like some time to settle in, but if I'm sprinting and I let go in ADS, see how fast that comes up? Just pops right up. Same with, I'll switch over to this gun. This one has about 46 ergo. As you can see, it's got pretty decent ADS time, but moving on. All right, so this one's really cool. This is tip number 4. It's going to be prone plus. They added like this new feature where you can prone. Like normally you could only lean and move side to side when prone, but in a recent patch they added this feature where you can do like a simi roll. Now I don't know why, but as of lately, it's not been very usable. Like here, when I'm rolling on my left, where my gun's not on the right side shoulder, it's usable, right? And you can see, you know, the recoil technically still goes up, but in this case, visually, it's on the side. But for some reason, when you're on your right side, and to do this for me, it may be different for you, but for me, it's I hold control and I press D when I'm prone. And here, I mean, it's not really that great of an experience. We'll try with a different gun and see if it makes a difference. It's a little bit like it's, you can see the bullet is going not at the center of the crosshair because it's trying to do this weird thing. If I aim up really high where it's not jittering, you can see it's not perfect, but it used to be really good. It's not like a huge thing you need to know about, but in some cases it's actually pretty useful because you end up looking like a dead body and you can catch people off guard from an angle they wouldn't expect. Just keep that in mind. If you're going to use it, I recommend leaning to your left and not to your right. Number 5 is a huge thing the game doesn't tell you. So this is only discoverable, and I guess from testing from like the wiki team, this is where I learned about it. When it comes to lasers, right? So when you shoot with a laser, it's automatically more accurate. So let's get some distance here. All right, this looks good. Pretty decent, right? If I take this laser off, and we just moved over a bit. See how it was like, I was like controlling just a little bit, but it just started like swinging. My gun was like swinging to the right all of a sudden. Like it's, you lose this like hidden stat that gives you bonus accuracy. So you, it's basically, if you want that edge, you always want to have a laser running. Same is true for a flashlight. It'll do the same for a flashlight as well. It doesn't matter what type of laser it is. There's even a mode on some of the devices that has like this little red. Let's get in a dark area. See, I got like this little red ring. This is like an infrared laser. I'm not really sure what it does, but it still gives you the bonus. So the one I'm using is the D-ball, pretty popular, because you can cycle through all different. You need like a flashlight for a dark area if you want like a visible laser, or if you want to be sneaky about it and have like still have the hip fire bonus accuracy without giving your position away with the laser. You can do that. But this is a huge thing, and you'll find in a lot of your fights there's a lot of hip firing happens, and it's super huge to have this to your advantage. Number 6 is bunny hopping. So call it a bug, call it a feature, but there's this mechanic in the game that's called bunny hopping. So essentially, I would recommend checking out Voxy. He's a Tarkov content creator, and he has a really good guide on bunny hopping. But basically, there's like a certain spot in your running. I don't describe it. It's like a rhythm game you play. So I'll just do like a normal jump, right? And then I'll try to do a bunny hop. See, I can only do it with the A free looking. That's a normal jump. That was a bunny hop. So if you notice, you watch that again on the sides of the screen, I was moving faster. And you clear more distance when you do a bunny hop. But you may say, Church, why would I need to do that? You can do some pretty cool things in regards to like jumping places you normally wouldn't be able to get to. But more importantly is you're faster and you're much harder to hit. So when it comes to like these, you'll see this a lot in a lot of like really good PvP streams. They do like a bunny hop across the door. That way they're not like, you know, doing this thing. You see how like much slower I'm moving across there? Like it's really bad. Let me get my stamina up. So it's pretty important that you try to get a bunny hop down. And again, I recommend Voxy. He has a really good guide on how to do it. In my experience, I found it a lot easier to do when I'm free looking. I don't know why, it just sometimes it hits better. Like these 2 past jumps I did, I'm not bunny hopping. I believe it's not the first step, it's not the second step, it's the 3rd audible step you want to jump. So let's try it real quick. Right there, that's it. So you gotta know like where you want to position. Oh, I did on the 2nd step there. I think that was it. It felt a little off. Let's see if I can make this jump. See, if you're really good, you can do it off the first jump, but that's not me. Oh, I think I got it. Nope. But if you bunny hop correctly, you can make that jump there. Anyways, moving on. Number 7. All right, say I just got in a firefight and, you know, our legs are blacked in this case. So what we're going to do is hit this door, because fuck that door. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to CMS our limbs, right? So we're going to use our CMS. And you notice we mag dumped. We're out of ammo. What you can do actually is you can right click on your mag and select install. And it won't even do the animation, but it'll just drop it in your gun. And it won't cancel your CMS or anything, and then boom. You're back in the fight. Pretty nice, actually. Number 8, sprinting. So there's this thing with sprinting, right? When I first played a game, I used to do what's called a power slide all the time. And what happens is, when you're sprinting, if you let go of W, you'll just commit to a power slide. You can't cancel it or anything like that. So, and I can't say for certain what the default setting is on sprint. But I switched mine to continuous because that's just how I grew up playing shooters, is I had to hold sprint to sprint. So as long as I let go of sprint, my shift key, it doesn't do the power slide. But as soon as I let go of W while sprinting and holding down shift, in my case, it's gonna do a power slide. And the thing with the power slide is it's super loud. People can hear that shit from like across the map, I swear. So you want to try to avoid power sliding as much as possible, because it's got like this high-pitched screech, like skirt, you know what I'm saying? Number 9, anything in your PMC's rig or pockets you can keybind, which is pretty nice, and you can just hover over it and press the button, except for mags. But meds, nades, guns or pistols or SMGs that can fit into these slots, you can keybind, which is pretty cool. And it's really nice to be able to just hit your meds, or you can even switch to your nade. Used to be you could run faster with a nade out in your hands, but they took that out. But you can right click to throw it normally, and if you left click, you'll do an underhand throw. It's pretty neat. Sometimes it can come in handy. Definitely not like that though. Alright, number 10 is for all you rats out there. Yeah, you know who you are. Alright, so say we got this weapon box here, right? I'm gonna press F to search. And we're gonna get some loot. Instead of clicking and dragging it over, what you can do is you can hold control and left click, and it'll just drop it in your inventory. And depending on like ammo and mags will go into your rig. Loose loot like tools, barter items, things of that nature will go into your backpack. The other thing you can do, all right, so say this is a dead PMC, he just got doinked, and we're gonna loot him, right? So I'm gonna search him, I'm gonna find out he's got a gun on him and armor. So we can press our key, our bind to discard, which for me is Z. So I discard my armor, and I can hold Alt and left click to equip his armor instead of dragging it over. And same's true for gun, headsets, anything of that nature. You can just, boom, hold Alt and left click. Really super useful, because you can, instead of sitting there looting, searching, dragging stuff over, you can just quickly loot much faster and get out of the raid. That's going to do it for this video. Comment below if I left something out, or if you have any questions about the information covered. Also, be sure to check out the Scab Talk podcast, where me and my co-host Gigabeef share our thoughts on the game and really delve deep into some interesting Tarkov theory crafting discussions. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Are you fucking insane? What the hell is this?
Shoot! Oh my god, my gun wouldn't shoot! I was like, are you serious?